Hey everyone, I am going to show you this beautiful blues kit that is in the this year's catalog from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to make some beautiful blue cards, and I'm just going to pretty much follow the instructions. I may go rogue on a few things, but for the most part, just going to follow the instructions. You can follow along with me. So I'm going to pause and then I'll come right back. Okay, I am back, and so this is the Beautiful Blues kit. And it's in the current catalog, so it will be available for at least until next April. And this truly is a gorgeous kit. So let me show you what you all get when you open it up. And I did kind of take it apart already. So anyway, you get a little stamp block. You got the tear and tape adhesive. You have some gems. And then you have your cards and envelopes. Isn't this really pretty? Oh, it's just gorgeous. And some ephemera. So here, let's kind of go through this. Actually, here, I'll show you. This is what's all in the kit. Well, when you open it up, this is going to be like in the bottom. And then this has all your instructions. And then the instructions are all kind of like IKEA. So you have a measurement along the side here. And then, so you have metric first, and then you have imperial. And then the instructions are just pretty basic. They're telling you where to stamp and what to stamp, and then where to apply your adhesive. So if it's a strip like that, that would be these pieces. The little octagon shape, those are dimensionals, which are the little pop-ups that's included. So everything is included in this, from your adhesive to your stamp set, to even the block. So you just take the box and go when you get these kits that are in the catalog. And it's similar to Paper Pumpkin. The only difference is with the Paper Pumpkin kits, you only get the block once, your first time, and then after that they don't send you a new block. So so you do need to remember to grab your block and then add that to your box if you're going to take it on the run. So anyway, so this is the first card, and then this is your second card. So see how they're just showing you where to put everything. That's your adhesive. And then this is the number 3 card. And I think, yeah, so there's just 3 different cards. And then you have, I think you do 3 of each. We'll double check when we go through it. But so I think you make a total of 9 cards. And then this is also, they show you on the back, like all the parts that you need. So for the first card, you need these pieces. Second card, you need these pieces. And then like here's your stamp, little stamping spot that you get. There's the gems. And then, so here's like for one of the cards, so you're making 3 of them. So you get this gorgeous, look at this gorgeous outline piece to put. And then some of the ephemera pieces. And then some people like to take, in fact, I was going to do that with this one. Some people like to take, like make one of each card and then use the rest for a layout. And I think this would be a gorgeous layout. So I'm just going to do one of each. And then I'm going to save the ephemera for a layout because I think this is really pretty. It'd be perfect for my daughter's condo because this blue is the color of one of her walls, and it's really gorgeous. So, and I love these envelopes. Look at this. It just coordinates with all the cards, and you just have that little bit of extra oomph by having that on the envelopes. And then here's the top pieces. So you have, they're all going to be, slightly different. So you have 3 different cards. So you have this one, you have this for your base, and then you have this one for the base. So, all right, let's get busy here. I hadn't, as you can see, I hadn't made one yet. So you're going to craft along with me and we'll learn together. So I'm just going to start with number 1. Okay, so we'll have that up there to look at. And hopefully I'm in frame here. Yeah. Okay, so we need this space, which is this one. So I'll put the rest aside. Oh, I forgot to show you the stamp set. This is the stamps that you get. So it says, "You're in my thoughts," wishing you comfort and sending love. So this kit, each kit will have different sayings. You know, this one is, it's called Beautiful Blues. So, you know, kind of is for like either somebody who's going through some tough times, or, you know, it could be sympathy card, or just like the sending love is just, you know, kind of could be more every day. So, and because Stampin' Up! Is a international company, they do sell it in French and German. So that's what the other languages are, but I'm just going to have the English one showing. You don't get the French and German. When you buy the kit, you indicate whether you want English, French, or German. And then for the sayings. And then here's, you have this pretty leaf that you can stamp with, and then the sayings here. So, all right. So let's start. So first thing it says is to stamp You're in My Thoughts, and it's on this piece here. So I'm going to punch this out. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to cut. Oh, the stamp set is the ink is Night of Navy for this one. So usually, you know, I didn't bring anything with me other than I brought 2 other kits, but I didn't bring any like my usual scissors or anything because I was just grab and go. So, and they're not moved in yet, so they have like nothing here, not even like a scissors or a knife. So, there we go. Okay. And you know, I think, do you have a paper towel here? I think I'm going to put a paper towel underneath. Grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is the box. When you get a kit, it comes in a box like this. So I am going to kind of take it apart because I don't want to get any ink. It's washable ink, but you know, it's a pretty dark color, so I just don't want to get anything on her countertop or she'll kill me. So anyway, so I am going to just kind of make this my little platform here for stamping. So there we go. And I'll put the instructions here. So it says You're in My Thoughts is for this one. And okay. And then where did I put? There it is. Okay. So here's the stamp set. Let's see, wishing you comfort, you're in my thoughts. Okay, so when you first get these polymer stamps, to get kind of the factory stuff off of it, just kind of press it on your skin to kind of get the oils from your skin on there, because that'll help get rid of the factory little stuff on it, just to help give a crisper, clearer image. Okay, so, and a lot of times with these little ones, these stamping spots, instead of taking the stamp and stamping on top like you do with the big one, I recommend just kind of taking the stamp and just pressing up that way, just because it's easier to handle. There you go. Okay. And then I'm just going to stamp it right in here and just kind of hold it, especially because I am going on top of this cardboard here. There we go. And the nice thing about this ink is you can just wipe it off with like a wet paper towel, or you have like a little cloth or something. Just wipe it with that. And I thought I brought mine, but it looks like I did not. So we will just leave it for now. And if, like, even if you don't have one, like I don't, because I know I'm only gonna use this blue color. So I'm just gonna put it back on the carrier. I just stamped off to kind of get rid of most of the ink, and I'll just put it back on the carrier. Okay, so we got that done. And then the next step shows that you're stamping, let's see, yeah, you're stamping the leaf onto the card base. So let's get this base. And let me think. It looks like, oh, maybe it is. You know what, I'm gonna flip this because let's double check. So you have that piece. Okay, so we need, let's pull this out. So we need this piece here for this one. That's that. And then you need that stamp. So it looks like, yeah, we are stamping it onto the base. So that goes there, that goes. So it looks like it's on the inside of the card. Yeah, because it's, okay, so let's do that. Okay. So just be careful when you peel these off. You know, make sure you lift it carefully so you don't rip your stamp. I mean, they're not that delicate, but just, you know, you don't want to just rip it. Okay, so we're gonna put this off to the side. And then here is my card. And I don't have my bone folder with me, so to get my crease, I'm just going to use the edge of this block. So just kind of do that. Just make sure you don't have any ink on that block when you do that. Okay, and then we're going to put this, yeah. I'm going to ink it up really good because it is a solid, you know, there's a lot of solid parts on there, so you want to make sure that you have a good amount of ink. The stamping spots aren't as juicy as like the pads that you get from Stampin' Up, so you do need to press a little bit more to get it in the ridges there. So okay, and kind of put it here. Just kind of let it sit for a minute, press it in. There. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp off over here, get rid of some of that. And I think I'm gonna pause for a minute. I'm gonna grab a tissue so I can wipe that. Okay, I am back. So let's see. So the next thing to do is to adhere all the parts and pieces. I'm gonna get that tape out. Here it is. And instructions here. So it says to put the tape on the back here. So, oh, actually that's the front for the message. Okay. Probably need to do, oh yeah, we're gonna do the pop-ups on the back. Okay. So, see how it has that strip there? So I'm just gonna do, this is tear and tape, and as you can see, you just tear it. So you're just tearing a little piece here, and then remove the little covering, and here's my message in my thoughts, and you're just gonna stick it like that. And then it says to use the dimensionals, which they're in this packet. So the dimensionals are this little octagon shape, as you can see. So I'm just going to pop them, and it says to use 3. So you should have enough dimensionals to do, you know, exactly like how they show. And you may have a few extra, but if you like to have more, but there actually really isn't any room to put more on this. Okay, and then just remember, I did stamp this. It doesn't say to do that. It just showed for the inside of the card. And see how the card was folded? And after I'm looking at this, I realized that they did mean for the inside, but I stamped on top because I wanted to give a little bit more dimensional on that little leaf, and I think it still looks cute. Okay, so we got that done, and now all that's left is the little gems. So let's see. It just shows 3. Oh, there it is. It's hard to see. 1, 2. So we're gonna put 1 right here, and then 1 there, and then there's 1 right there. So kind of right in here. There we go. So card is all done. The first card is all done. And look how pretty it is. And then I did that there. And you have plenty of room to write your message or whatever you want to do. And then this can go in an envelope. And the envelopes are decorated, but if you want to decorate more, you could stamp like that leaf image here if you wish. So just kind of add a little more personal touch. But for all intents and purposes, we are done with this first card. Okay, so now the next card is this one. Okay, so number 2. So let's look at all the parts and pieces we need for number 2. So we need that card base. So that's this one. And then you need this little punch out piece. So pull from this, so it's this piece here. Okay. And I'm gonna fold this so I have this there. And then you need this punch out piece for this sentiment. So there. And let's see, it is Wishing You Comfort is the stamp that we're going to use. So I'll put this leaf one back to my carrier. And then we're going to do, let's see, Wishing You Comfort, that's this one here. And yes, you do get inky fingers. So there's a consultant, and her handle, her name is Inky Fingers. So I think, yeah, that's totally appropriate. So I'm just have kind of a damp tissue that I'm using to clean it. Paper towel would probably be better, just you could kind of leave a little residue, but that's what I have. So, okay, so I am conditioning my stamp by putting it on my skin, get rid of the factory residue, and then again just stamping on here. And I'm gonna make sure I don't get that blob. Just wipe it around. Okay. And if you happen to forget your block, if you're using paper pumpkin, you forget your block, you know, I've seen people use a wine glass or a glass of some sort and use that, because, you know, crafters have to craft. So just a little tip. Okay. So we got that, and then, oh, let's actually follow the instructions. Okay, I do tend to go rogue sometimes. So we have that. Okay, so the first thing is to stamp. Did that. Then you're going to use your tear and tape and apply it to the front of this, like we did on the other one. So just tear it, put it here, and then you're going to attach this here, like that, and then you flip it over, you're going to do your dimensionals, and I kind of just stick it here, here, just remove the backing. And you're just going to kind of place it here, right there, and then jump. Look how fast and easy this one was. So the other one just took a little bit more time because I was trying to figure out what I was trying to tell you with that stamp. But if it wasn't for that, we would have been done just as fast. So these things, you know, it's always good to have like this kit, because it seems like unfortunately, when you need to do a sympathy card, you may not have those sitting around. So to have this, to do it really quick is it. Okay, we're on to card number 3. So let's look at what we need for number 3. So we need this piece, which is here. And then we need this gorgeous piece. And then it is that card base, so this one. And then you need the looks like this one. Oh, actually, maybe it's this one. It's a littler one, I think. We'll see when we get to it. It's nice that they give you like one extra of each size in case you mess up. And if worse comes worse, flip it over because you just won't have the little blue line. But anyway, so we got that. Okay, so now let's go to number 3. Okay, here we go. So first thing you do is stamp that. And I'm going to actually fold this. I'm going to do my crease with my block. So I love these kits because you can just take them and go anywhere. Coffee shop, or you're waiting, you know, maybe you're at your kid's soccer game or something and you're waiting in the car for them. Just do these things on the go. Okay, so we're gonna stamp that, and it says sending love. Okay, and that is this one. So again, kind of condition it. Okay, and I'm gonna take my ink pad, just ink it up. Okay. Oops. Hopefully I didn't get that splotch there. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of press it. I think I just jiggled it. Oh, but it turned out okay. All right, so we got that. Okay, so we stamped that. Next thing it says is to turn this over because it's showing the white, so it's the back side, and it's showing to apply your tear and tape. So around the corner, or see where the gray lines are, that's where you should put your tear and tape. So we're going to have it like this. We're going to apply it here. Oh, I kind of went over the edge there. There we go. Okay. And then a little bit here. Down that side. That's a bigger strip. I love this tear and tape. I need to get some more to use because it's so handy to have. If you don't have a tape runner on you, or you just want to make sure it's super secure, tear and tape is great. So put it along here, and then a longer piece right here. Okay, and then it says to do the, I'm going to put it here, and then we'll do the dimensionals on that bigger piece. That goes there. And then here's the dimensionals. There. Okay. So you have one there, and here, here, and here. Okay. And so you're going to actually have the card going the right way. I don't think matters which way is up or down. And then you're gonna layer this. And actually, you want it that way. Okay. So we're gonna peel the backing off. Whoops. Just don't, make sure you leave the sticky part down. There we go. And there goes that. Looks like it's going to be a really nice day today. Hopefully where you're at, you're having a nice sunny day. And not too hot. Okay, so it's showing, you know, the darker part is on the left. So make sure you have it going that way. And then it looks like you have like a really thin border. So yep, about maybe 1/8 of an inch around the edge, and just kind of lay it down. And voila. And then you're going to take this piece, tear off the edge on that. And you're doing peeling that. And then it looks like it's kind of going across like that. Actually, I think it's that way. Yep. So that little leaf is there. And then peel this for your sentiment. And you have that right there. And you could even pop that if you wanted to. And then your gems. And it looks like I have one over here. And one here. Let me move this in. One here. And then probably one, yep, down here. So I love, like, this looks so light blue. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, is that the right shade? But when you put it against the other colors, it deepens it. So really pretty. Okay, and look, all done. Another card all done. So super quick and easy. Highly recommend you get this kit, have it on hand for those times when you need to send somebody comfort or just sympathy or whatever. But anyways, thanks for watching.